Okay, welcome to this first video for week 10. So in this video we're going to look at question 10 on the police riots questionnaire, which was about whether the police received the credit they deserved. And with the other questions on the questionnaire, the researcher had asked "and why," which is a very good idea. Because he managed to get some rich answers, some deeper explanations, but in this question he'd forgotten. So that's why some of the answers are short and some of the answers are long. So we're going to be looking at a simple interpretation of these answers as either positive, as given by this column, negative as this column, or complex, given by the third column. So if the answers are short, it's quite simple to do. There's no real thinking, interpretation, but the longer answers might require some interpretation. So let's just start with the first one. It just says no. So no is negative, so that means we want a 1 in the negative column and a 0 in the other two columns, like this. The second answer starts with the word yes, and then it gives an explanation as why that particular police officer thought the answer was yes. So we'll count that as a positive answer, 1, 0, 0. The third one also starts with the word no. So that is going to be a negative answer. So that's going to be 0, 1, 0. The next one, we'd have to read in a bit more depth. It says not the detectives who dealt with the first week, not the middle managers, blah 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 blah, and then it says a bit later on, the uniform officers did a great job in the face of extreme violence and aggression, as all could see on the TV, etc., and they probably did get some recognition. So this is kind of looking at both sides. So I would say this is a complex answer, and I'd put 0, 0, 1. But this is the kind of thing where you might be having a different interpretation. The next one's just the word no, that's going to be 0, 1, 0. Next one is another no, 0, 1, 0. Next one is not really. So what is that? Not really, is it? It's probably negative, I would say. You might think it's more complex. The next one, on the whole, the public backed up. That sounds positive to me. And the next one, there was a lot of credit given to the police at the time. However, there was a lot of blame as well. For me, that's a complex answer. That's looking at both sides. Next one is yes, which is positive. The next one is for the first time in a long time, the vast majority of the public came out with a strong show of support. The police got blamed for the initial slow reaction, which I believe was fair. So this one, I would say, is positive. You might think it's complex. Then we have 3 no's. 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. 0, 1, 0. The next one is a yes. It's 1, 0, 0. Next one's 16. No, but we never do. So that one's a negative. 0, 1, 0. For me, let's just try to do this more quickly. Next one starts with a yes. 1, 0, 0. Next one starts with a yes again. 1, 0, 0. And the next one, the police never do, and we shouldn't expect to do so. So that's never do is a no. They didn't receive it. No, never do. 0, 1, 0. No, 0, 1, 0. Support from general public was fantastic. The level of apathy some members of the public we are trying to help showed a level of disrespect that seemed to be compounded by the riot situation. So I think that's looking at both sides myself. I would put 0, 0, 1. Having not been involved in any frontline provision release, I don't feel like I can comment accurately on this particularly. I would expect question what it... So this one is critiquing the question. Local people on my LP, whatever that is, showed a large amount of appreciation to us. So you could say that's positive. I'm just going to say complex for that one. Okay, we're near the end. In some quarters, well, that's complex for me. 0, 0, 1. And the final one, difficult to answer. 0, 0, 1. So we've got, there we go. So we got the totals in row 27. 7, 12, and 6. They add up to 25. And then the percentages, 28, 48, 24. They also add up to 100%. So this is what we need. So you wouldn't necessarily end up with the same totals as me, because some of these questions are open for interpretation. And it's your interpretation of the textual data which is important.